Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our Iron Teeth in update 5 on hard mode. And you may notice a problem. One, I'm running the game at full speed, like stupid high speed. That is because we have 113 beavers, which is good, which is really good. Because I made a mistake. We put in all these over here, these breeding pods. And didn't turn these ones off. So we went up to 430 something beavers, and then the 30-day bad tide come along, and we went down to 45 beavers. A few of them dehydrated slightly, and it's fine. They were all swept up and put back into the vats and reconstituted into fully hydrated beavers once again, because that's completely how the life cycle of a iron teeth beaver works. So yeah, I messed that up completely. We went down to 45 beavers before everything went wrong. Some of these pumps were still running. Obviously, only the beavers were working in the pumps. No one was working elsewhere because these are the high priority. And yeah, they were pumping, and it turns out that let me pause this for a minute. It's running at 30 times speed. I'm just trying to get the population back so I can build stuff. But running it at going down to about 50 beavers, under 50 beavers, you actually get enough from all these pumps to actually survive, even during the bad tide. They can pump water out during the bad tide. There's just enough in there to pump out during the bad tide. So yeah. That's cool. So yeah, I'm glad this works. I'm glad you can still pump water extremely slowly. Because if I pause this, see, this goes ridiculously quick. But during a bad tide, they can still pump water out of the bad water that's coming through, because there is still a little bit in there. I suppose it's still mixing up, and it was just enough to keep us tied over. I sped up time again because all of these had stopped. Working. I think a lot of these had to restart their numbers here. So, yeah. So I'm running the game ridiculously high speed because basically I'm trying to pump all the water out of the reservoir that's in here, lower it down, and then once it's lowered down, these will turn off and they'll go work elsewhere, and then we can start building things and doing stuff and sorting stuff out again, because yeah, it has given a little bit of time for our trees to grow. However, these are now dying because there's no dump for the water, so I should probably up the priority of this thing. Up the priority of that to, yeah, let's do that, so you can actually dump water in here and keep our only little tree farm going for the time being. Oh, there's one here as well. Let's do that as well. Not the resin isn't all that important. No, we want to turn it on again because otherwise it will we'll have to replant them, and you can't reach all the way up here. So but that's okay. So yeah, we are going. We are doing things. We are getting the water supply coming up again, which is fine. I think the issue is that we don't have enough water storage. So that's a thing we need to try and deal with. Also, I didn't plan to go up to that many beavers, so I think we might have to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy these now. Oh, not that. I'm going to destroy these now. We'll wait for them to go through their cycle once, and then we'll destroy them there. So, I can't do anything else right now. I need to just wait for the populace to recover and for things to go on. We are still chopping down enough crops to live. Food is not a problem at all. So that's fine. We don't have any corn stuff going on here. I'm still waiting for this to be built. I didn't actually have this set to a higher priority, the ground in here, so they've been filling this instead. So yeah, that's my bad. So we'll have to fix that there. But yeah. So now the beavers are rehydrating themselves, and we can rebuild the colony. We shall put a cut in here, and we shall come back when we've actually managed to succeed in building some things and doing some stuff and putting some stuff down. I'm still trying to build the dips in here with things, so you can't actually reach things because I didn't actually put in the correct. Is that 2 needs going in there? Yeah, 2 needs going in there. So 2, 1. There you go. And then you can build all this here. Maybe, perhaps we'll figure it out. So, but anyway, we should be back. I just wanted to report in that yeah, things went a little bit wrong, but it's okay. It's okay. We shall survive this storm. Okay, so we're back. We're on day 2 here. Interestingly, I messed up a few other things as well, which I need to point out. It takes 1 day. So basically, at dawn of day 2 is how long it takes for this the pumps to start kicking in again. So for 1 day after a drought, we still can't pump any water when it's a drought, not a bad tide. That's a different thing. So yeah. So whatever drought we get, we have to add a day to it before we can pump. So we know that. You notice all the things have stopped breeding again. That's because I messed up over here. I didn't have these set to a higher priority or a higher priority. So they haven't been gathering berries. So we're out of berries. So I don't even know if this is enough berries to survive this. I need to do the maths. I need to do the maths on this and figure out what we need. They need 5 extract every, isn't it 5 days? They produce a beaver every 5 days. So they need 1 berry a day. 5 berries to create a beaver. They can store 2. And then it takes 5 days. So they need 1 berry a day. How much are these? How much do these give? Let me calculator, bring up the calculator. So ignoring the initial growth, they take 12 days to produce 5 berries. So, sorry, 3 berries. So 3 divided by 12 is 0.25 berries a day. So you need 4 of them to produce 1 berry a day. So I need 4 berry patches per breeding pod. We have 10, 20, 30, which means I need 30 times 4. I need 120 breeding berry patches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 12 is 144 minus 3. So we are 141. So we have enough for this. If we add any more, we don't have enough. So, that's... I did not plan that. But we technically have enough. The reason some of them are stopping is because obviously they'd all stopped beforehand. So there needs to be an influx of them. So we need to get a little bit of a surplus going, which we should technically get because we need 120. We've got 141, which means we're getting 21 berries a day on average coming in on top. Hopefully my maths is correct there. So we'll see. So yeah. That's all good. When it comes to this, there were. Thank you all so much for the comments on the previous episode. I should have done this at the start. I keep forgetting to not do them at the start of the episode. But about how this works here. There's a lot of you that have sort of gone through things. So Stan mentioning actually doing the maths to find out how this flows here. So we have 4 water sources. If I bring up the at strength 3, which means we have 12 centimeters a second of centimeters squared. Sorry, or meters squared. Should be meters squared, shouldn't it? Whatever. I know because it's centimeters. These work on. Do these work on centimeters? I don't know. Yes, these work on cm, which is not. No, it's cubic meters squared. It's not centimeters. I'm mixing up my mathematical terms there. Sorry, cubic meters squared. So these produce 12 cubic meters squared, and a 5x1 gap can let out 10 cubic meters squared. Now, yes, we can let out more here because this is a too high gap. However, at this end of the map, we don't have that. We only have 5. This can only let out 5 centimeters squared because this opens up. But it's here. I don't even think this is 5. Technically, I think it's less than that because these are blocked here. These pumps, they only work with Badwater, so don't worry about that. Yeah, but I think these are thinner than that, so I think they might still let out the same amount, but it might be less because they're a smaller gap. I'm pretty sure it's a smaller gap. I'm not sure, but yeah. So the way I'm going to solve this is like this. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it like this. It is literally going to be. We'll just let the water flow both ways. We will eventually come down here and cap this off and just seal it. So it stops producing bad water, and we'll just we'll just leave we'll just leave it like this, so the water can pour both ways. We know this fills up, this area fills up eventually, and will fill up to the correct height when we pump water out, and anything overflow will flow out, which is fine. We'll just let it do that. That's not a problem at all. And any other water goes the other way. We could fill it quicker by closing this gates if we wanted to. So we could do that. I could set up automation by putting something over here to do something to do things. Why can't you put those? Oh, I also had to change these as well. These were all facing from this side forward, and of course they couldn't get to the back ones to build them. So, yeah, I think I need to do that. No, I need to do. Well, it doesn't technically need to be single ones, but I don't want it to be single ones. I want it to be. Actually, it's the middle one. It's the middle one, isn't it? So yes, let's detonate this. Pop. There we go. And then you want to be 2s down here now, up to there. And you want to be a single one there. Pop you out there. Let's put in the platforms in the center. I don't want the platforms in the center because we technically want pumps to be in here. But I do need a platform in the center here to build these bits. So yeah, this I don't. As I said, it is working. You can even see it if you actually look at it. Hopefully this shows up in the compression, but you can see the rate of flow here compared to the flow here compared to the flow here. You can see it traveling faster in the center. And so comment that Luke has mentioned about the whole nice to see checking out the flow rates and things. I kind of want to do something where I set myself a challenge of only having like one water wheel for power, and we try and get the absolute most out of it. So like we still do it on a bad side thing, and then we just try and condense the water down as much as is actually possible to try and get the most flow rate out of the water. I don't know exactly how. I don't know if you can get more out of it than it produces by condensing the water. I'm not sure on how that would exactly work. If we had two sources next to each other, we could do something. I don't know, but yeah, I kind of like the idea of building a channel that's very, very, very sort of, it's V-shaped tight all the way down, and then right at the bottom ladder you put a water wheel and get the power from it. So, but that's for the future. That's for the future. This here, as I said, I don't think it's actually helping at all with our water flow, realistically, but it sort of would help with keeping the water away from the edges. So yeah, we'll go with it. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, so what I want to do is I want to put in well, I'll put a single platform there, a single platform there, but I don't think I want them there because if I turn the water, I can't turn the water on with the build mode on, but when they're built, the water's flowing over the top of them, which means if a beaver steps onto this, it will get I was about to say it will get incinerated. That's not what Badwater does to beavers. They don't suddenly burst into flames, which would be very interesting, I must admit. You know, you touch the Badwater, that's it. Off you go. Poof, goodbye, beaver. But no, they will get contaminated, not incinerated. Two very different words. I want a mod that does that now. I want a mod that sets beavers on fire. Don't touch the Badwater. Yeah, that so they can build that. Sorry, distract them. Yeah, so they can build these. They can build these here now, and then because they can build them, we can do things. So we don't need that there anymore either. I can go away, and this is all condensed down, which is absolutely fine. But if we still shut this off, I think that will overflow in here. Let's give that a quick try whilst it's on normal water, because I don't mind it flooding a bit if it's normal water. That's fine. We're not fussed about that. Just push all the water down here. So yeah, this is 12 cubic meters a second. This can only deal with, if it was one high, can only deal with 10 cubic meters per second, which is why this fills and starts to overflow, because it can only flow out, I believe, on the top layer. It can't flow out of a lower layer. So that's why this is starting to fill, because this can only let out 10, which is 2 cubic meters per block. That's the rate of the blocks. So yeah. Which means obviously that here we can't flow out that fast because we simply don't have, you see this is filling completely, but this doesn't flow out fast enough here, so there's no way for us to do that. I could open like the center one here and it should balance beautifully if The maths are correct. Should we give that a try? Give it a try. So we see it's building up and it's going to start overflowing very, very soon. Yep, there you go. It goes. Boof. It just pours over. If we unsynchronize this one and open one, that should be enough. This should never overflow now. We've got 10 here and 2 here. In fact, it's lowering, which is not what I expected. I expected it to stay at the height. So maybe it does actually calculate it up higher, so it is doing slightly more. Which makes no sense because then this should flood. Although we are pumping a lot out of this. We are still pumping a lot out of this, so maybe not. So I don't know. There were some changes as well to the way this is calculated. Not speed or anything like that. That's fine. But previously, when you got to Badwater, we've got a drought coming on. So that's not saying when a drought comes along. If I look at this, you have strength. You have current strength. When a drought comes along, the strength starts dropping slowly until it eventually reaches 0 at the start of a drought. So one day before a drought, the night before a drought comes along, so not tonight, but tomorrow night, the strength will start dropping until it reaches 0. What happens now is the contamination, instead of just like dropping to 0 and then slowly rising, see, boom, there you go, it's already started dropping. Even though we're a day away, it started dropping. So the water's already started going down. It knows it's going to take this long to get to it, so it's already dropping the flow of water. So the droughts are a little bit longer than you think because it takes this long to drop down, and then the drought finishes, it takes like a day and a half to raise back up to the full strength. Contamination does the same thing. So I believe when we get a bad tide, the bad tide will, I think on the day of starting, it starts 0 and slowly builds. It doesn't just instant come on at full speed anymore. So yeah, so that's always important to know. But this now should be stable. I didn't expect it to drain out. I actually honestly expected it to fill. So that has surprised me a little bit. Maybe we should put this up to like 1 to let this fill, to force, so to make 100% sure that 10 meters a second. Whoa, 10 cubic meters a second, not centimeters. Say it again. I know, sorry. We push more water out in one go. Yeah, no, it's too much. It's too much. Yep, it's overflowing. It's too much for it. Okay, so it's not. Yeah, so we do need this open, and that's the balance. That's the perfect balance. So we're producing 12. We have 10 going this way, 2 going that way, and it's balanced. I'm just surprised it drained. I didn't expect it to do that. I expected it to. Well, I expected it to stay at the level it was at. If I'm honest with you. So, how bizarre. Oh well. Doesn't matter. And then we could swap these over during a bad tide. We could have like all of it just flood this way during a bad tide and close this off. But I don't want to do that. We're not doing that. The idea of this system is that it works without mods. You can build it if you don't want to mod your game. This will work. We have a system done for that there. Yes, I've turned these off. That's just so the workers can do things with mods. But it's not needed. So. Right. Okie dokie. What else was there going on there? As Luigi mentioned about the I mentioned that we had overflow whilst I was doing things here, and it was that the tide comes down, hits this and pushes back. Although that is true, the tide will pour into here, hit the end and then flow back again. We've seen that happen. We know that happens. It ebbs and flows. The reason we had flooding before was because I was destroying things or building things in the bottom of this here, which causes flows, causes ripples. So like if I pause the game, if I go down here and I detonate these and then I unpause the game with the water showing, you will see it's obvious. It's pretty obvious. If we unpause the game, when they blow, you see bump, 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 and that is causing ripples all the way down, all the way back. So those ripples don't just happen here. You see it bouncing around. They will happen all over the place. So if you blow up a big area in one go underneath there, or build a big area underwater, it will cause water to flow and bubble and do things. So not bubble. Water doesn't bubble, but you get what I mean. So okay, is this all built now? This is all built. Awesome. I'm going to get rid of these platforms here because I don't want them. I don't want beavers to be able to step onto bad tide. I think the bad tide doesn't reach that area, so that's fine. Okay, and I don't know how long we're going to go here. I think we're going to go 7 and then that's halfway point, and then kind of stop. So let's put those in now. That's a fluid dump. That's the wrong thing. Fluid pump. 1, 2. Wait. No, that's right. That's right. I didn't need to build that one. Why did I build that one? Foolish joke. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then I'm going to build a platform here, which conveniently is exactly where the end of that flow is. Not planned. Beautiful. Which means the next 7 would come along, and that means another channel would be like here somewhere. But we got this now. We got this cool waterfall thing going on there. I did like the previous waterfall where it went down by 2 tiles, went out by 1, 2 out by 1. I like that. I like the cascading waterfall. That's quite nice. Okay. So, what else do we want? What else do we need? And what else are we doing? Still waiting for dirt to go here. I'm not sure why this says it's too far away from a district. Oh. That would be why it's too far away from a district. I didn't put the path in. Aha, there we go. Now they can build that, hopefully. Cool. What else do we need? This is working. We are getting a surplus of berries, as expected. Excellent. We need connection. We need corn processing. So we can cancel this over here. So we need some form of corn processing. Which we're going to put on top of these roofs. Here. And here, I think. This might be more cassava processing, actually, over here. I'm not sure. So we need that. We also need trees to be put into a serious place. So that's what I was doing here, wasn't it? Aha. Blow that up. Up. There we go. Awesome. And this should be 3 all the way along. And then a 2. Yep, there we go. Awesome. We want this here because we want to put in the tiles underneath them, so that's why we want the edge there anyway. And if we want to bring power down, we'll figure that out. We can build over the top of something, we'll figure something out, but we'll do that on there to have a nice ground here, so we can put trees in up here, which will be awesome. They build this. Once they built that, we can path it over. And then once it's pathed over, we can remove this and we can start blowing up everything, which is awesome. We can start blowing up stuff now, but we want to blow up later as well. So what I want to do is, I think I want to save the extract we have for the time being. We've got loads of extract though, so no, we'll save the extract we have for the time being. I'm going to do it in ones to start off with and try and get down to. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which way I do this. I need to get up to places and I need to build in some stuff. So, like, I need to build in a. Whoa! Press down my buttons. Go down there and come up there. I need to build that in place so that we can get up to here and block these ones, and then block this one, and then block that one, and then block more, and then take it down piece by piece by piece until we get down to this level. So, okie dokie, go faster. Cool. This is flooded, that's fine, that doesn't matter. This is all died, that's fine, doesn't matter. This is flooded at the moment, that doesn't matter either. How are we doing for scrap? We have enough scrap for the time being. We don't have any logs, we need wood. Wood is important. Wood is very important. Oaks are obviously the best to put in. We will be doing oaks, but you need way larger area. The Folktale playthrough has taught me that we need a much larger area of trees than I think we do. I'm thinking like an area that big would probably work. No, needs to be twice that big, easily. So, okay. So, 23-day drought. That's fine because you can still pump for many days before that. You will now get more water in this way than before, which is fine. These are all built, which is absolutely fine. They need to be connected to the timer, the pump system, which we will get to. I will do that in a minute. It's very tedious because it's click this, click that, click the other, and change and it's yeah. I have to. Let me show you one. So we do this. We add steam gauge. To go over to here. To click the steam gauge without right clicking, because if I right click, oh no, if I right click to move the camera, it used to cancel it sometimes. So, but if I click that one, boom, then I have to tick that one, and I'll tick that one, or tick that one, boom, and then I come over back here again, and I click that one, and then so on and so forth. And we have to keep just, yeah. I will do that off camera. That'll be fine. Okay, you're doing your thing here, which is awesome. You're all getting built. Fantastic. Yep, we need to change this up here, which means I need to shut down the cassavas processing for a little while, I think. This is cassavas, mangrove, fermented cassavas, fermented soybeans. Okay. Yeah, we might have to shut down this and rebuild this, which we want to do. So, yeah. These do not want to be set to obtain. These don't want to be set to obtain. What wants to happen is these ones want to be set to supply. Here, that one's set to obtain. That can be actually that's fine for the minute. Ignore that one. But they don't want to be set to obtain because no water will be going elsewhere. Storage, so don't need to be set to obtain because otherwise they'll be, when they're a little bit low, they'll be moving stuff around. Although these are supply, so they should take out of these ones anyway to supply over. But need it. Okay, so I think now we have recovered from the great dehydration of cycle 76, that we will leave this one here and we will come back next episode. Hopefully I can have this mostly filled in and get stuff going on over here. And I will build these things here and try and get this detonated down to take out this area here. It's going to be a little bit of tedium doing that. Connect all these up to the system, and then we'll come back and we shall start demolishing this and rebuilding this, and put in fermented cassava. I think we'll do fermented cassava on. We'll see how I do this. I don't know. We kind of want fermented cassava and fermented mushrooms up on top of these, so I need to do like half and half on both sides, I think. And then here is where we'll do the corn processing. So we could do with building some more houses over here, couldn't we? Let's do that. Let's do that now, and then we shall leave this one, and we shall come back next time. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.